What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you another episode of Local Diaries. So let us dive right on in. So today we are heading back to Wednesday Locals. I know we've been absent from it for quite some time, but we are making a comeback with a deck that you guys have been wanting to see. I've been watching the stats. You guys have been loving this video, and I've been leaving some great comments in it. So without further ado, we are taking Rescue Ace, a deck that I think is okay against Into the Meta, but it's a deck that I love nonetheless. I think it is really superb. If you guys want to check out that combo video, it should be up here somewhere. Not much of the deck has changed, but we will show you the deck profile anywho, because there have been changes made to it to be a little bit more competitive, hopefully more consistent, and just a surprise to crash into today's meta. So without further ado, let me show you the deck profile and then we'll head to locals. All right, so this is going to be an update from the profile that I posted about a week, 2 weeks ago with the combo guide. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. But to start off, the Rescue Ace engine has not changed from that. And we are looking at 3 copies of Rescue Ace Hydrant, the one and only Rescue Ace Hydrant that you'll ever need for the deck. You know, one of the key combo pieces and grind game pieces. Also 3 copies of Airlifter, because he is the best 1-card starter. 2 copies of Turbulence with 2 copies of Preventer. We want to minimize on big names. Sometimes I thought about dropping them down, but it's nice to have them for consistency with other hands, just that way we're seeing multiples. Or we have a higher chance of opening, but not too high of a chance, like we would with Airlifter or Hydrant. When we play 3 copies of Rescue Ace Impulse, I think that's a piece that not a lot of Rescue Ace players play at 3, but because we're playing a higher card count in 43, I definitely wanted to utilize Impulse for when we go second as a hand trap, because Impulse paired with Fuwalos, Impulse paired with another copy of Dominus Impulse or Imperm, I think is really good, just because we're able to get one of these 2 bodies on board, whether it be the Fire Engine to get ourselves into Airlifter to search us the emergency, or into Hydrant, depending on what we need in hand, or to get us into Fire Attacker if we need to get more draws and to try and break the board a little bit better. That's it for the monster lineup. For the spells and traps, we are playing 3 copies of Emergency with 1 HQ, really standard, and then of course the 1 Rescue, the 1 Alert, the 1 Contain, and the 1 Extinguish. I have definitely thought of playing Reinforce to up it to 44, but Reinforce just doesn't do enough right now. So we decided not to play it. I also don't have a shiny copy of it, which is what I really want, but that's aside the point. So as you can see, the entire Rescue Ace engine is all shiny. I love this deck. This is definitely one of my favorites from Amazing Defenders, and when it got new support in Duels Nexus, we were definitely cooking with it. And then some power spells that we play 1-0s. We play 1 Pot of Prosperity because we do get dead hands, and especially with how flexible the extra deck is dependent on the matchup, we have options that we can just get rid of in the extra deck, knowing what line we're going for. Then we also play Rhoda, which is another great 1-card starter because it gives us an Airlifter and then we pop off. We play 1 copy of 1 for 1, just another extender for the Hydrants, so that way we can just see Hydrant a little bit better, so that essentially opens us to 4 copies of it. We're also playing 1 Call by the Grave and 1 Crossout Designator. So we're playing these because this deck is fragile, whether it be to Ash, Veiler, Imperm, Fuwalos, any hand trap with the like. It kind of sucks, so that's why we're playing these. These are really for the crossouts for the Ash, the Imperm targets, so that way we can just get rid of those to help us flex a bit and just kind of keep playing where it's called by, we'll check anything else, which is nice. In which, speaking of hand traps, we are playing 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, because Ash Blossom is the greatest counter to Mulcharmy Fuwalos. We are also playing 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet. I know it's not really a hand trap, as more of a board breaker, but I think it definitely serves a purpose because this helps us get any dead names going second into our graveyard. Like we open up Fire Attacker and Turbulence or Preventer, we're able to Droplet, discard the Fire Attacker, that way Preventer's live, or whatever it may be. So that's what that's there for. We're also playing 3 copies of Imperm, because Imperm followed with Dominus Impulse is just so great. If you guys can't afford Impulse, you can swap out Impulse for Ghost Spell or Droll. I like Droll being in the main, or in the side, whereas Ghost Spell just has so much application in today's meta right now, which is really crazy, because Mitsurugi is a thing. And that's why I'm playing the Impulses and the Droplets to kind of help us play against that deck. And then moving to the extra deck, which this hasn't changed since our video, so we're just going to breeze through it. We're playing 1 Desavworm, 1 Pack Pit, 1 Almirage, 1 Linkuriboh, 1 G-Golem Crystal Heart, 1 IP, 1 SP, 1 Binary, 1 Sunlight Wolf, 1 Hita, 1 Promethean, 1 Zealantis, 1 Amblo, 1 Raging Phoenix, and then the Neo Tempest Terahertz. I like the Cybers package in this. If you don't like it, you can definitely get rid of it. Play Super Polys, play more copies of Promethean SP, the new Link 2 Fire Monster. I think it's okay. I wish it was a little bit better than what it is, but totally up to you. You can play the Nightmare stuff. Yeah. The extra deck is really flexible because it just is, which is awesome. Now going into the side deck, we had a lot of tough choices here, but we decided to settle on 2 copies of Nibiru with 3 copies of Droll and Lockbird. I think these are like 2 of the best side cards right now. Nib into Mitsurugi is really terrible, so that's why it's only at 2, but into everything else, really solid. Droll, again, just checks any of those rogue-like decks, which there are plenty of in the format. We are then also playing 2 copies of Triple Tactics Thrust with 1 Talent and 1 Dark Ruler No More, with 3 copies of Lightning Storm, Duster, 1 D-Barrier, and 1 Black Olafs. I have definitely put this in like some decks in testing, never seen it come up. We'll see if it comes up tonight, because it's also a really good discard off of Droplet, but even just setting it works in our favor too. So, but that is it for our Rescue Ace deck. Let's head to locals to see if we can stop some of the fire in this meta. All right, so as I wait for my opponent to show up, round 1 we played against Tenpai Dragon Ruler, and game 1 we just opened not the greatest, losing die roll, and he was able just to be just controlling. I did not see any starters, and it was just fast, set fast. We kind of survived, but it wasn't enough. We go game 2. Game 2 we made Terahertz, just Terahertz combo, and he can't break through Terahertz, so he saw that coming and was like, yeah, let's go next. And then game 3 was a little bit of a grind, but he had the answers to stop my Impulse, playing through Ash, playing on his turn. So he was able to take it there. Just I did not have enough of a crack back to play through. And I did make a misplay that did cost me. Had I had summoned it out differently, we would have ended on the Terahertz board, but to kind of break through his board, but wasn't enough. We go game 2 playing against DDD, and it was an incomplete DDD, but game 1 we opened 2 Droplet, Fuelos, Rescue, Impulse. We Fua, he Ashes. He Talents, rips my Impulse. We drop return, it's another Droplet. So there was no way we were winning that. Game 2, we made full combo, and we were just able to control the board, tempo, and just take it. And then game 3, he isn't able to play the best, and I was opened with Preventer, Fire Engine, Turbulence, two other cards. I think I drew 1 for 1 for turn, and I think it was 2 hand traps, I think is what I saw. Maybe the video will show. But we were able to play I misplayed, and I should have ended my board a little bit differently. I tried to go to the Raging Phoenix line or the Zealantis line, forgetting I didn't have another body on board for Zealantis, so I screwed myself over in that regard. And what I should have done is just ended with Promethean. Or even gone Ambluwell and then just have Ambluwell attack, Promethean lows itself, Ambluwell will summon the Hida. And I would have had bodies on board who have survived attacks, but since I didn't, we screwed up and we lose. And then here we are in round 3 with 4 minutes going in time, or 46 minutes what is left. My opponent has not showed up, so I'm probably going to get a free round win here out of 5 rounds. So we got 2 rounds after this one. There's only one way out with Rescue Ace, and that's up. So we'll see how far we can get. All right, so round 4, we play against Sky Striker. He wins die roll, makes me go first. We draw for turn. We draw for our opening hand. We see Preventer, Ash, Droplet, and then might have been like Rescue or something. I was like, cool. No, it wasn't even a play. It was Rescue Ace HQ. That was the card. We set the Droplet pass. We Ash the engage. We Droplet the 0, discarding Ash. We drew for turn. We drew, I think, another Ash, or it was something unplayable, and I was like, well, let's just go next game. I side in Droll, we side in Thrust for Black Goat last to call the either Kagari or Sky Striker Ace Ray, and we draw for turn. We draw Thrust, Fire Attacker, Imperm, Impulse, and Droll. We pass. He goes the new Radiant Typhoon card, draw 2, discards Linkage. He goes Engage, searches, we Droll. Summons Ray, attacks with Ray, makes Kagari. We Imperm the Kagari. He goes Linkage, we Impulse the Linkage. He thrusts, sets Water Spirit Owie. We draw for turn. Or he passes on Shizuku with that. We draw for turn. We see the Hydrant. I'm like, our one hope. He owies. Spins back my Hydrant. I concede. Oh my gosh, we're X3. I really just want to say X4 because I don't even know if I would have won against the Runic player that left. Oh my gosh. I love Rescue Ace so much, and I've never had this bad of hands in testing with it at 43. So it's really disappointing that this is happening, but it is what it is, and I think we're just going to drop here. So, I mean, I love Rescue Ace, don't get me wrong. I think the deck is good. Right now, the deck needs more. It needs more support, and if Konami ever gives it, cool. But I think the year of the fire is over, and they probably won't, because they're going to go and love Fire King a little bit more, or maybe even Snake Eyes. Hopefully not, but who knows. But that's it for this Local Diaries, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Let me know what you guys would like to see next. We do have some cool decks planned out to show you guys, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it as much as I do. But we'll pass it over to you.